Are you working for Sochi?
Yes, yes, correct. Now, hi guys, we are back with our interviews with press officers and not only from around the world. And today our guest is from Brazil. For a long time, we didn't have anybody from South America, and I am very happy that you found some time, maybe 1 hour or a bit less, to talk about Russian football. So it's Napoleao del Meida. You're the journalist of, how it's correct to spell your channel?
Band Sports.
Band Sports.
Yes.
First of all, I wanted to ask you why Brazilian could like Russian football, why Brazilian could watch it. You have so many Brazilians around the Europe. You have so many teams inside of Brazil, state championships, national championship. Maybe your opinion.
Spasibo for inviting me to this conversation. That's a good question. I think Brazilian could like Russian football because there's something that we have here. Besides, you have about 5 or 6 great clubs, the Moscowian clubs, Zenit, another competition clubs as Sochi, Kazan. There's so many Brazilian players now on Russian league. Claudinho was the best Brasileirão player last season, one of the best, and Zenit took it to play with Malcolm. We have Guilherme, so long time. Guilherme plays for Lokomotiv, and Mario Fernandes from CSKA. Well, I guess there's Brazilian players who could took our attention, and the competition itself, it's a good competition. There's Russian league is not like German league, which is a great league, but Bayern Munich used to won every year. Okay, Zenit now is 3-time champion and it's on the lead again. But last year, when we had about 3 or 4 rows to play, Spartak could be the champion, Lokomotiv could be the champion. Sochi starts the competition playing very well. So I guess there's many reasons. If there's another reason, it's quite a curiosity for you guys. The hour of your games, because when Russian league used to be played here in Brazil, we don't have Brazilian clubs on the pitch, so it's an opportunity to saw a different game, a different clubs, a different competition.
I wanted to ask about your personal interest when you started working with the Russian Championship. If you know something about it before, and it was your motivation, or your boss just said, "Okay, Napoleao, you will comment next game of Russian Championship."
As a speaker, I used to study everything about the league, the Russian league, and the cities, because I like to tell to our audience how is Sochi, how is Moscow, how is St. Petersburg, why St. Petersburg changed the name, the Leningrad to St. Petersburg. So we try to figure everything out to our audience to bring some experience for being a Russian. And now it's easier than before because we had the World Cup 2018, and everyone in Brazil could saw the game. So this state in Brazil won Croatia 2-0. Okay, so here France beats. that's kind of story. I love football since I was kid, and I have a collection from football club kits. So
Oh,
from Russia, I had this locomotive one.
without the surname behind.
No, just one.
Ah,
There's nothing.
okay.
There's nothing here. Just one. This
Should be
one,
Guillermo should be.
yeah, it should be Guilherme. This one was from Hook time
Yeah,
in,
yes, yeah.
and this one had my name because a friend of mine was in St. Petersburg and bring it to me. So it's I don't
Nice.
even know if it's correct, but
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
correct. It's correct.
correct. Yes, but I think he used the Cyrillic, is that right? Russian alphabet
Yes, yes, yes.
to write my name. This one is from Spartak, I
Great.
guess, last season, and that one that I'm going to show to you, I don't even know what's going on with this club now, but it's from Amkar.
Oh, that's nice.
It,
You
it's
know, they are trying to come back. They died, but now they're trying to come back this season.
it's a hair one. It's not easy to
Actually,
have this.
I think it's even more than my collection Russian T-shirts. It's very nice. I wanted to ask also about the audience. If you have any analytics, who is watching these games, and I don't know the dynamics. How many years already Brazil broadcasted our championship? But is there any changes, any trends in these watching audiences?
We don't have this in realistic numbers. Okay, we feel it about our social media, who used to send the message to us. Many relatives from Brazilians who played in Russia. I guess Joãozinho was player
Yes,
was a such a player. So
he's still here.
yeah, I guess some relative, not his father or mother or even his brother, but some cousin. I'm cousin from Joãozinho. I'm watching the game. There's here in Brazil since now for 10 or 15 years. There's a new generation who loves European football. It starts with Italian, Spanish, the Premier League from UK, but now those kids, this audience who's growing up watching European games starts to search more countries to watch. So the Russian League has this kind of thing. The people try to watch European football in the new country, in an alternative country, and of course, CSKA won the European League, Zenit won the Europa League. So this brings some interest. Now that Zenit is in UEFA Champions League, playing against Chelsea and against the other great clubs from the main leagues in Europe, people want to see what they going to see when Zenit was had to have to play against Chelsea and United.
But they want to see Brazilian players, or they want to see Russian clubs?
The Russian clubs, I cannot say to you if they had now supporters here. Barcelona sure had supporters.
Yeah, of course.
That's a word phenomenal. But I guess they want to see what can Zenit do or Russian clubs do when the clubs going to play against Real Madrid, Barcelona, Milan. That's the club more traditional to us, to Brazil audience, because when I was a kid, our television Bandeirantes, Band Sport, Band, used to bring to us the Serie A from Italia. To watch Maradona, Careca, Vialli. So we grew up living this emotion. Now it's became bigger, and Russia is inside of it.
And how is, let's say, approachable? How it's difficult to watch Russian championship? For example, in Russia, if I want to watch English Premier League, it's I don't know the currency right now, maybe like $100 per year I need to pay, and I can watch all the games for one season. And we can watch Champions League for free on the federal channel. And actually, I don't know what about Brazilian Championship. I didn't try it because you said about the time. For us, it's difficult because it's at night usually. Yes, too late. Or what about Russian Championship? How it's difficult to watch? Is it only on TV or maybe some applications?
Yes, it's a great thing about the Russian League are in our channel in Band, because it's the Band shows Russian League every weekend for free on national television.
Wow!
Anywhere in Brazil, you can see a Russian League game every week. So it's a great thing to the Russian League. Because Band had this tradition to show European football, as I said before, when I was a kid, the Italian League and stuff. And now we had in Band German League and Russian League for free to all of Brazil. You just had to get a television and the sign is for free. To watch more games, we now Band Sports, it's a cable television, so then you have to sign a service to watch those games. But even one game you can see for free. The other ones you can pay to watch. I guess there's many Russians living here. Sure, they now are knowing this to take.
And how much expensive, for example, for one game or for 1 month?
Here we don't have this kind of service to sign just one channel. You have to sign a package. There's another channels. Here in my house, I spent something like $20 for a month to have this. Okay. It's expensive because Brazil it's a poor country, but that's another subject.
But you mean that paying this money, you watch Germany Championship, Russian Champions League, and everything?
Kind of, because every channel has its politician about that. Yesterday we have the Champions League first meetings, and one game was for free on cable TV. So you have to sign the cable TV service, but the other ones, I guess they showed to us Paris and Bruges. But if you want to saw Inter Milan and Real Madrid, you have to pay to watch on the computer. So it's another kind of service.
Okay, here it's clear. You said some words about World Cup, and in these terms, I want to ask when Russian Championship started to be available in Brazil. Since which year you broadcast the games of Russian Premier League?
Well, now on Band we are on our second year from Russian Premier League. So last season we start to show it. But if I'm right, about 2017, 1 year before the World Cup, the ESPN television here used to broadcast some games. I'm not sure about that, but now on Bandi we have a 3-year contract, if I'm not forgetting anything. So we had last season, this season, and the another one. I had the experience to broadcast games in another service, another channel from Europa League when Zenit became the champion. No, it's so many times for. No, Zenit had Hulk and became Zenit almost became a champion. I remember that was a great campaign, and that had some repercussion here. Some the people want to know what's going on with Hulk, because that time he was a Brazilian national team player. So it was a moment when many people want to know about the Russian league.
Do you remember your first game, commenting your first game of Russian Championship? What was the game?
Oh man, I had this on my book for sure, from the Russian league.
I'm curious, maybe it was emotional, that's why. If you can't remember right now, maybe it was not that.
Yeah, but there's a reason about this, because I broadcast so many games. I work here on a radio station from the Brazilian league, and as you asked before, if you want to saw the Brazilian games, the Brazilian league games on Europe, there's a service on the internet. You can sign. Its name is Fanatis, if I'm right, and I work there. So tonight in Brazil, you probably are going to sleep because it's too late in Russia. I'm doing games from the second division, so it's so many games to work on a weekend. That's the reason. The game that I most like to did from Russian league was a Moscovian classic between Lokomotiv and Dynamo last season. It was a great game.
You were commenting it online.
I'm the speaker. I'm the speaker.
For radio. I mean.
Yes, for the television. I'm the speaker. I'm the one who yells "Go!" That's something that we do here in Brazil.
I mean online during the game, because maybe we talk about the same things but with different words.
Yeah. I can do.
Or it's different.
It's different. It's different. I can.
Maybe then you can explain what a speaker in. What do you mean by that?
The speaker is I guess the host of the game. When the game is playing.
Yes.
On the game, during the game, I used to tell our audience what's going on the pitch. So Claudinho has the ball. He passes to Joãozinho. Noboa, go! Noboa, it's a very good player.
Noboa is popular in your country?
No, because he's not Brazilian, but I think he's a good player.
He's staying always positive. Even now we have raining, and he's always smiling. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He has a nice way to kick the ball.
So you said about the commenting. I think it doesn't matter if you're a commentator or speaker, it's more or less the same. Could you say some words about this style, which you just demonstrated to us, how Brazilians comment the football? Because in Russia, it's more intellectual. You don't scream much. We have really few commentators who can scream goal all the time. But watching, I saw some highlights from Brazilian television last season. On Twitter, I also mentioned that you mentioned us as PFC Sochi, and this screaming of goal, like 10 seconds maybe, is all the time. Why it's like that?
Well, it starts a long time ago. You said something very interesting. You guys in Russia have an intellectual way to watch the game.
Yes, yes.
I guess it's an European thing, because in other countries has this way to do it too. When the ball becomes inside the goal, oh, the ball, it's a goal. Oh, the thing that it's everything so
Yes.
distant from the pitch. We here in Brazil, we felt the emotion. We are very emotional on a broadcast for a game, any game. The Brazilian games even more because it's our clubs. But there's a thing that we need to be to equalize the emotion, because we have supporters from both clubs. We try to do it, but our way to as a speaker, our way to do our work, it's very emotional, and I even don't know why it starts on the radio when we don't have television, we don't have ways to saw the game except going to a stadium and hear the speakers on the radio, and that's our way to do it. And this 10-second goal, it's everyone does it. We try to create something new using, in our case, Russian words. I always say spasibo to watching the games with us.
Really?
Yes. I don't
nice.
even know if
nice.
I spell it correctly, but I try to do it. And the names, and when a player with her, as I did before, we have here Napoleon. So to us, this Russian alphabet, it's very different. Well, you know how it is. This is very different. So when the camera took an image as this, I say something like, this age is not an age, it's a name.
Yes.
To explain to our audiences.
So it's a bit of cultural education for speakers.
Yes, we try to bring some cultural, but we are very emotional. When a Brazilian player scores a goal, it became more emotional because we have some things to say about this. Joãozinho, it's a great player from Brazil playing in Russia. It's a Brazilian game in Russian league. It's gold. Something like this.
So I want to suggest you one small, let's say, simulation. Last season, if you have now another screen, or maybe you can use your laptop, I will send you the link and tell you the time. It's highlight. I don't know if you can open it because it's from Match TV. Maybe we're doing different way. I just want you to comment one goal of our team last season.
Sure.
I think Match TV will not working, or we can try.
You can send me. I have two.
Okay. If it's not working, I will send you the video from our club channel. You now try. If it's not available, then
just send me. We try. Okay.
I send by WhatsApp. Check, please.
Okay, it's here.
Okay.
It's Joe blocked.
Okay, no problem. I will use our channel because actually
this is a game between Sochi and
Rotor,
Volgograd.
And still, I'm looking for this video. I want to ask you also about the rights, TV rights in Brazilian Championship, because in Russia, we can use some moments from the games from official broadcaster. We can put it in our highlights, which produced by the clubs. But I mentioned that in Spain, for example, such clubs like Real Madrid or Barcelona, they just put the score. They show what was before the game and after the game, but not the game itself. How it's in Brazil?
It's similar. It's almost the same thing. We on Band have the rights for Russian League. If another television want to have this, we have to allow the television to show it. But except for some games, it works very well because we have Russian, we have German. Another television has Italian, has the Belgian league. I don't know, the Premier League from England. So we change, took our Russian goals to show to your audience, and give me please the Premier League goals. So that kind of stuff works very well here. On the internet, we also had this geolocation because another television could, if I could open that here, it means that anyone could open, and so Band was paying to have this exclusive. So that's the reason. But it's very similar.
Yeah, I understand. And now, by the way, we check if it's the same with us, because I will send you the link. It's our highlight, the same game, and I think it should be opened easily in your country.
Because it's from Sochi, the club.
Yes, it's from
I guess so.
YouTube.
I guess so.
So you need to scroll until 3 minutes and 56, and here is the whole episode before the goal, but maybe not from the best view, not from the best point, because it's from behind the goal, but still I think you can do it perfectly.
Okay, let's see if I have the names here. He's crossing. It's
okay.
It's against Zenit. I'm right, Rotor.
No, Rotor is the same.
Yes, 1-1. Noboa is looking for the ball. He's the 16.
Yeah.
And the crossing. You want to be for doing in Portuguese or in English?
Portuguese. Just authentic. Okay. You can scroll back. I will cut it.
And your defender scored this goal, don't you? Don't
no, it was Yusupov, midfielder, and it was 19 minutes plus 3, so the last attack of the game.
Okay, and the name of that guy that I don't have here?
Yusupov, Artur Yusupov.
Yusupov. That's a nice...
Yusupov.
Yusupov. Okay, yes. That's a nice thing to talk now, because we try to spell as your...
It's quite complicated.
I think it's not even everything. There's a good player from Kazan. I'm not right. Khvaratskhelia.
Yes. Oh, very good.
Is that right?
Yes. But you know, even Russians, I can recommend you, if you comment to Rubin, just say Khvicha. Khvicha it's way simpler.
I adopted this because Khvaratskhelia, it's a complicated name.
Okay, if you're ready, then start.
Let me do something before Sochi. So Rotor. It's 2-1. I took the names. This game was on May.
Yes.
You know, I guess Yusupov. Okay. I guess I was the commentator here in Brazil. Let me check it.
Of that game.
I guess I'm not right. Oh, let's do something. I'll do the research later and I send to you. And if
Okay,
you
okay,
want
okay.
to show
Maybe it's better. Maybe it's better. Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's do it. Rudenko and Yusupov. Okay. Você está com a gente aqui no Band Esportes. O Sochi vem para o ataque, a pressão para cima do Rotor. Bola na área, a defesa afasta o perigo. Insiste Noboa, tenta fazer a proteção, manter o Sochi no ataque. A zaga não consegue tirar, ela vai ficando ali pela esquerda. Pintou cruzamento, é final de jogo. Sobrou e o Yusupov bateu, é gol! Gol! Yusupov no Sochi! Para festa da torcida da casa, emoção em Sochi no final do jogo, para garantir a vitória em cima do Rotor Volgograd. Na frente o Sochi é 2-1 o placar aqui no Band Esportes.
That's great. But this goal, all commentators in Brazil, like you have standards for that, or it's different?
Oh, there's who do it in a different way, but mostly all does that. It's well, more or less on television. We do it for a little bit time. On radio, I can scream for 30 seconds because the image are talking more than me. You are seeing what's going on, so I'm yelling. It's not. There's no sense in yelling 30 seconds on television.
And maybe finishing this topic about your style of commenting. In Russia, people who always scream during the game, they look a bit crazy. So they don't look usual, and people feel strange that they are strange. And what is in Brazil? If let's say Russian style of commenting will be that after the goal, commentator will not scream the goal. Will be the same.
It's funny. It's funny. We don't have. I can't remember if we have here a speaker who not yell the goal. Maybe one on another could do something like gol do time tal, something like this, but not yell is it's very strange. I can't remember if we have some. So if we are watching a Russian game with a Russian speaker, we sure think that's crazy. Why he's not yelling on the goal? On the goal. Okay, all along the game, he's passing the ball. It's something easier to.
And here is my next question: when was Brazil against Germany, and Germany scores again and again? What did the commentator at that time?
I'm going to send to you a kind of a joke that I made on my YouTube channel. Brazil won that game for 1-0. You're going to understand. Okay, but we have here our most famous speaker. His name is Galvão Bueno. He worked for a global TV station. It's one of the biggest on Brazil. And that game, everyone watch with he as a speaker. When the game starts, okay, it's a goal from Germany. There's no reason to yell a lot because we are not happy with the German goal. So it was something like Tony Kroos, gol da Alemanha, 1-0, no. So that insanity became to happen. It's 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. What's going on? So it's now we kind of it became a joke, but even Galvão, it's very experimented, but he was in shock. So he's not yelling more the goals. He's something like eles vêm de novo, olha a Alemanha, gol da Alemanha. É o quinto, it's the fifth one. So it's insane. What's going on, Brazil? 5-0. It became the same. So and even the Brazilian goal, the 7-1, scored by Oscar, it was very, very. He's not yelling because there's no reason. We felt there's no reason. So that's a curious thing. We try to feel the game, Yes. If this Sochi goal, it was in the last minute, very special goal.
Yes.
This needs to be. If Sochi won the game for 4-0 and Rotor scored the one, it became something like go the Rotor because and something like this because we try to feel the emotion.
And in these terms, also, what is interesting, after big games when Russia lost, always say that this commentator is unfortunate and this is because of him. What if it was the same problem in case of Brazil-Germany? After that, this commentator was working very well, or he finished his career?
Yes. But this happened, and this commentator, I repeat, he's very experimented. He's as considered for everyone the number one, the most famous. So he used to tell us a story that in 94, when Brazil became 24 years without won the World Cup, one with Pelé in 1970, and then lost in Spain 82, lost in 86 and 19 Italy with Maradona plays against Brazil, which was very hard. And then in 94, after Brazil won the World Cup against Italy, he told, and now it's in a book that he tells his story, that in that moment, he felt that if Brazil not won the World Cup with his voice, maybe he became an unfortunate speaker and people don't like him anymore. And that happens here. So in that case, from 7-1 to Germany, he was in the two World Cups before that Brazil won, 94 and 2002 against Germany. So for Galvão, it's not a problem anymore. But for me, could be a problem.
If you just started watching, for example,
yes, because I'm new. I'm new on my career. Not that new. I had 20 years on this. But last Olympics, I was one of the three voices. Galvão, this man that I'm telling you, the most famous, was another, and another guy named Gustavo Villani. It's a great speaker, and me. Just our voices was on that final against Spain, and then Malcolm from Zenit scored the goal on the extra time, and Brazil became gold medal winner. It was great for me. I had this video on my Instagram. We are yelling, Malcolm, because it's Brazil won a big competition, but for me, it was very special because it was my first big game with Brazil national team, and we won. If we Brazil,
I see.
I'm not playing, but if we lost, we could be seen as an unfortunate speaker. That's very bad. For club competition, that happens. a lot, because there are supporters who prefer this speaker and that speaker, even when we don't tell anyone who we support, because we're not there to support anyone, just to broadcast the game. But that happened more on club games.
Actually, I was in Brazil in 2016 during Olympic Games, and I remember that after the winning of that Olympic Games in football, I didn't see any like crazy celebration in the city. And why it's like that? It's still Olympics is not so great tournament for Brazilians.
There's two reasons, and look, that Olympics it was more special to us than that one in Japan, because it was the first time that Brazil won the gold medal. In now history of football Olympics, Brazil never won the gold medal until 2016 in Rio, and now it became 2 times gold medal champion. But in Olympics, I guess our audience, our people, it's love football, but it's a moment to enjoy another sports.
Not so much concentration.
Not so much soccer or football. We have a great volleyball team who lost to Russia, the female team. Women team lost to Russia. We have so many athletes as Isaquias from I forgot the name in English. Let me remember. Okay, he's a great athlete from judo. We have many great. So I think Brazilians enjoy more this kind of sports than the football on the Olympics. But there's another reason too. The Olympic national team used to be a younger team. So we kind of I don't know you guys in Russian how you deal with that, but we used to follow more the professional ones in clubs and a national team. We have here the national under 23 competition. No one gives many attention.
I see. Maybe finishing our conversation, I have two topics which we didn't touch upon. First of all, it's about the analytics of Russian football. If you have any studios where you discuss all what happened in Russian football, maybe such topics like limit for foreigners in Russian football, and I don't know, current problems, or just the games, tactics. If you have anything about that.
I personally don't be a part of any forum for this, but I have a friend, Rai Monteiro, who used to commentate our Russian league games, and he's very he's very interested on that topics, because he wants to tell to our audience, this is happening in this way because they try to do that kind of thing. So he
but this is during the games, or it's additional
during the games, and when we are not broadcasting, he tried to find to research something on internet, and it's not easy to do because we don't have many sources from Russian National League. Premier League. National is the second division. Russian.
Yeah, actually, this is my next question. If you know something about football national league in Russia, because in Russia we have a joke that this is the best league in the world.
we kind of do something with our second division too. It's better than first one. It's not real, but we like the games. I understand what you say. I know something, because when the Premier League becomes to go to the final rows, we try to tell to our audience what's going on in the second division, who could join the first division next year, if there's any great club or famous club on the second division. We try to tell and try to understand, to explain those playoff.
I think it's difficult, you know. How could you explain why Orenburg is not playing this season?
Yeah, something like this. But we try to do it, and I guess we can. We do a great job about that.
And did you watch any games of FNL?
No, because I
It's
don't
impossible,
have
man.
where it's impossible. Maybe something on internet, any link, but I'm not right.
You know what? It's interesting from my side as a worker of a football club. I was in FNL for one season, and you know the rules. All the rules there are more strict. It's regulations with the media, where you can stay, media rights, what can you use on social networks, pictures. It's a way more stricter than we have in Premier League, and it's surprising that after FNL,
there's a reason. There's a reason for that.
People say that you know the guys, delegates who control all that stuff, they have less salary in FNL, and if you have more penalties, they get extra money. That's why. Just economical.
you guys from Russia, there's a lot in common with us in Brazil.
Really?
You know, yes. We call it jeitinho brasileiro. It's a trick to try to do something better.
And also you said about Guilherme and Fernandes. I'm curious, how did you how did you feel during World Cup 2018 when Brazil was already eliminated and Russia played against Croatia with Fernandes, and now we have Guilherme, who is as you can see, as people say now, the main goalkeeper of Russian national team. Like, people proud of him, people could watch Russian games and support, or they just don't care?
No, they are. We are proud of they, because both play in two of our great clubs, Atlético Paranaense and Grêmio. Leave Brazil so early, but people here know who they are. Guilherme plays for Atlético, I guess, 2 seasons, and Mario plays for Grêmio 2 or 3 seasons. So those supporters are very proud and interested watch those games. And there's a Brazilian on the pitch. So Croatia had nothing to do with us in that moment. So we prefer to. And that now Italia against Spain. We had Jorginho plays for it. Most of people here support Italia because of Jorginho.
You know, in my childhood, we had a joke why Brazil never won European Championship for people who doesn't know geography. But now you can't joke like that, because some Brazilians won European Championship.
Yeah, we have Marco Senna for Spain and Diego Costa, if I'm not wrong. And now Jorginho. There's an old player who works on a TV station now on Italy, named Mazzola. He won the World Cup with Brazil and defends the Italian national team later. And if I'm not wrong, he won Euro on early 60s, 70s. And you guys won the Euro as a Soviet Union.
Yes.
In 16. Lev Yashin on the goal.
Yeah, unfortunately, the last time, the first and the last. And do you remember that game, Russia-Croatia? And did you watch personally that game?
I guess I watched. It was a quarter-final game.
Yes, right? It was in Sochi, and Fernandes scored also.
Yeah, and then on the extra time, Croatia advanced. Okay, I remember that. And there's something about Sochi who surprised me first. I guess I told you before we did this interview, because we Brazilians have an image. Russia is a cold country. Everywhere is cold, over cold. And Sochi, yes, it's a cold city. You guys had the
If
Olympics.
you say it in Russia, Sochi is a cold city.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. You have the Olympic, the Winter Olympic Games, so we had this image. But when I did a research about Sochi, I saw that you guys had 30 Celsius degrees. It's hot. It's a hot city, so it surprised us in Brazil when we knew that. But now I knew this for a long time, so it's not surprising. Or here in Brazil, we had the same thing. We don't have snow, but in south of Brazil, we have temperatures as 0 Celsius degrees in Santa Catarina, Paraná, Rio Grande do Sul, and on the northwest, we have 40 Celsius degrees. There's two big countries. So we guys, Russian, Brazilian, have too many things because it's two countries very, very big.
And to finish our talk, I can't avoid the topic of our football club. Maybe start, what do you know about Sochi Football Club so far? And if you have any favorite players, any favorite games you commented or watched before?
Yes. Sochi last season starts very, very in a very good way, the championship. Then lost some games and became to the middle of the table. But Joãozinho is a good player. It's Brazilian, so we always looking, especially to the Brazilian players. Noboa, as I said, it's a very talented player. He is, I guess, the main player on your club, the most talented player. Such is a new club, as I did the researches. Many, except from Zenit, who became a great club on Russian Premier League story before on Soviet League. Is a great play, but a great club, but not that way. The Moscovian clubs are big, but there's so many new clubs on Russian who starts to writing its stories. And Sochi is one of this. There's a great stadium, a great structure, and I guess this Rotor game I broadcast. I promised to you to send the how that goal was showed to our audience.
Yeah, maybe we compare
on that day.
Maybe we compare it if you can find it. And what can you say about Brazilian players? You said many times about Joãozinho, but maybe we have Rodrigo, who came from Portuguese Championship.
There's many Brazilian players who plays on Europe that we just discover when they are playing on that league that we broadcast. It's not just on Russia. Something that there's a curiosity about Hulk, or even Andreas Pereira, who is now on Flamengo. Andreas Pereira, born in Belgium, and someday appears on Manchester United, and no one knows who he are. Hulk is the same thing. Hulk leaves Brazil too early. He plays for a small club. There's not even a national division for this club, and something appears on Porto playing very well. So this happens a lot of times. And Rodrigão, it's one of that case. I can't remember. He playing in Brazil We have Malcolm. It's a very famous player here because he plays for Corinthians, one of the biggest club with supporters. Who else? There's so many famous players in Russia from now on. But Claudinho, as I said, from Zenit, Guilherme, and that's who plays for the great clubs in Brazil. We sure remember.
And as far as we talked before the game of Sochi and Dynamo, maybe we finish with your prediction. What do you expect? Maybe not exactly the score, but what do you expect from that game?
I probably going to do that game on Sunday here in Brazil. I'm not sure because we don't have until now our job description for this week. But I did Dynamo game last week. They have a great attack. They are getting better during the season. Last season they do a great season, but Zenit was better. And Sochi, it was my first game on that season. If I going to do that game, it will be my first game. So I don't know what can I expect from this team, but always eye on Noboa and Joãozinho because they are the creative center of Sochi. So who's going to win? Well, I don't know. I expect both teams to score. It's what I expect from that game.
Now we need some bookmaker partners in this edition. Guys, you can bet here. Okay, thank you. It was very interesting for me. And previously I had the round of short questions, but I think with you we discussed a lot about everything. And I ask another thing. I'm looking for new guests, and in the end of my interviews, I usually ask if you can recommend me somebody to be my new guest, maybe from Brazil, from South America, or other countries. It could be press officers, could be journalists. It doesn't matter.
Sure. I send some names and contacts to you on your WhatsApp.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Alex.
You will be commenting Sochi against Dynamo.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.